Okay, that looks like ooh, fancy 3D.
Yeah, rotating logo.
You know it's quality then. Ooh, accolade. That just assures.
And these intros are unskippable as near as I could tell. They really wanted you to see their fancy logos.
Hmm. I mean, these are some pretty nifty effects going on there, but
Uh,
yeah.
They are. I mean, this is late, right? It's 1994. So,
Hmm.
we're getting some capabilities.
That's true.
Planet
That's
Defense
true.
Corps, 2230 hours. Get ready, soldiers, for another glorious day in the Planetary Defense Corps. Want to know more? Very I forget exactly when the movie came out, but it's around this time because that line just has a very Starship
Yeah.
Troopers vibe, and specifically the movie vibe.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, this feels very well, it also feels very 2000 AD.
Yeah, yeah,
If you read 2000 AD comics around this time, it also fits in with that. Can't remember,
yeah.
was this a European or a US production? I think it's a European
It
production.
feels European to me. It really
Yeah.
does. All right, so we had a choice of people. I chose the marksman, and here we are in this glorious 3D world.
Can you walk off the
Look at
cliff?
that. I don't think so. They register as walls on the map, but I didn't try.
Hmm.
I was trying
Uh.
to go a few seconds before dying, Carl, unlike my usual performance.
But you know what the people want. Come on.
But since they show up as walls on the map, my guess is that you can't fall off, at least not there. Maybe someplace
Hmm.
else.
Okay, so
Look at that
is there
smooth
sidestepping?
scrolling action.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely the sharpshooter
So you'll
with the
notice that
shotgun.
last shot was well to the right of the individual who exploded. Now, I don't know if that's because I'm playing the marksman character and he gets some kind of bonus, or if they're compensating for the fact that you don't have mouse control on this stupid thing. Because you definitely only have to get in the ballpark of something to shoot it and kill it.
Well, I mean,
They
yeah,
have a wide strike zone.
that's also probably a little bit, yeah, it's you have to realize you're playing it with a Genesis controller.
Exactly. So, but it might be that the marksman character, if they have different attributes, maybe even gets a little wider permission.
Yeah.
But because yeah,
Oh
I
wow, you
definitely
could
noticed
jump. You
you can
jumped.
jump. I Yes, you can jump. Everything, it doesn't look like there's anything to jump for, but you can do it.
But there's no sidestepping, or
No,
at
not
least
that
you
I
haven't
could
used it yet.
see. Not that I could see. And when the Genesis has so few buttons, yeah,
Mm,
I figure I would have found it if, but there might be. I don't know. But you
yeah.
see, I was definitely you know, the hitboxes are generous, very generous.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
the
mean, yeah, if you can't sidestep, you kind of have to make them
Yeah,
generous
exactly.
because
I think they're compensating in part for the medium, which, I mean, on the one hand, good for them. On the other hand, then why are we doing a first person shooter on the Genesis?
good point, good point.
And the enemies I'm shooting are definitely not the former humans from Doom. Oh no, because this is definitely not Doom. But we'll get up close. Yeah, those are definitely not the former humans from Doom. I mean, they're not
I
actually.
am gonna totally make you play Gloom on the Amiga.
I mean, obviously, yeah. Obviously, they're not pixel for pixel Doom, but there are some real similarities in the way they look. And of course, pistol and shotgun, the the medical boxes are very similar. I'm guessing they
Yeah.
played Doom first, like everyone else
Ev-
who played computer games in 1994.
Yeah. Well, I'd love to know how long this was in development. just
Yeah.
because that would make a big difference. But I mean, it is surprisingly smooth. I mean, this thing is running without any extra hardware in the cartridge.
Yeah. You know,
So,
considering the medium, it's running smoothly. I agree with that. I mean, you know, I have played Wolfenstein on the Super NES, and it ain't running like that. But considering it's the Genesis, sure.
yeah, that's true. Uh, and I mean, yeah, it's obviously all very one plane and there is not a lot. Ooh, there were some things hanging in a closet. Why were there spacesuits hanging out in a closet when there's no roof?
Ha! That's an excellent question, Carl.
Um,
Uh, as soon as you track down the people at Technopop, that should be your first question.
yes, I am. It's like we had seven textures to work with. We had to put something there.
Right.
Uh,
And it's also nice that they give you a radar, which obviously most first-person shooters at the time didn't, and is now de rigueur. But they're doing things to compensate for the fact that it's not good at it. They're giving you a little bit of a heads up of where things are since you can't turn as quickly. They're giving you a generous hitbox because you can't strafe and you don't have mouse controls. Like, I mean, I can appreciate some of that effort a little bit,
hmm.
but you know,
Well, they also have to do something with the screen real
and
estate
now it's
since the
suddenly a
window is
variation on
small.
the girl from Ipanema playing in the elevator.
Oh, come on. This is just foreshadowing Mass Effect. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And yeah, so I made it to the next level of this
okay.
facility, this space station. And yeah, shouldn't have walked on those, I guess. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, that escalated quickly right there.
That just got real scary real fast.
Yeah. And that was about 7 minutes. So that was a great time to stop.
So you got some action in. I mean, come on. It could have been worse.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's get back to the episode and do our deep dive analysis.
Absolutely.